Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this discussion. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome. Thanks for joining. And I hope everyone is hearing me very loud and clear. I've been connecting. We are live on YouTube right now, and this session is going to be on a live stream, and therefore I encourage you who are not muted to mute microphones, please. Kindly mute your microphones, and as well our panelists, please turn on your videos because we are live on YouTube, and this session will be found on YouTube immediately after here. Stella, can you help me mute those who are not unmuted? Please mute everyone. Okay, thank you very much. Can everyone hear me? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, you are audible.
All right, thank you very much, Jared. I can see we have enough number of people to start the conversation. Jared, I can see you are host, so you will be helping me to promote our guests, make them guests, so that they come in this section of guests, and we start, you make them panelists. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, George.
Our guests, all of you turn on the videos. Right, welcome to this session. I hope you can see me very clearly, as I as well encourage you to turn on your videos. And great, that's amazing. And I can now see you, Jared. I can see, I don't see Linda. Linda, where is your video? And then my brother Taban. I can see you on the call, but I can't see your video. Okay, to our dear participants, welcome to this discussion, and we are starting just right now. I'm sure you are so excited. You can't wait to hear from today's call. We have been marketing it, we have been sharing with you, and you are all eager to know how these amazing speakers are going to share with us. Yeah, I can see you guys are connecting your videos, and I will start like this.
How do you make a country? How do you make your home? You manage it. No. Let me give you a clear example.
Okay, thank you, Peter, for joining, and I'll start the discussion introducing my regional coordinator and my national coordinator. Then we shall dive just a brief word, just a minute. National coordinator Peter, I can see you if you're there, just 1 minute. Then Gerard and my speakers prepare their videos, my guests. Okay, if Peter is not there, Gerard, just a minute.
Okay, thank you so much, George. Thank you so much. My name is Gerard Daoud, and I am the regional of African Students for Liberty in East Africa. And our East Africa region is we have Uganda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Somalia, Tanzania, and Kenya. I'm looking forward to be talking about the Taban and Linda. George, over to you.
Thank you very much, Gerard. Introduction. Well, my name is George Justice Kanyahamba. I'm senior coordinator. Please, can you Jared help me mute? Because I can see the chat box praying. There is noise somewhere. Can you mute everyone who is mute?
It's going to consider the situation on okay, can't you command the part-time command. Then the girl complain on female payment. That is when the promotion that's why you must time the morning.
Yeah, who is that one?
Now maybe the red maybe the
Okay, thank you very much for understanding. Well, I was saying my name is George Justice Kanyahamba, Senior Coordinator at Student for Liberty Uganda. And with my team at Student for Liberty East Africa, we bring to you the first ever East African success story series, and this is our first episode. And I'm sure you should give us a shout out for SFL East Africa as we're starting this amazing session. We have a lot to unpack in today's session, and I'm sure the guests themselves are excited. The audience is excited as well, and it's going to indeed be amazing. Well, Student for Liberty, just a brief, those who don't know about Student for Liberty, who are joining outside Student for Liberty, we are a global network of leaders advancing liberty in all aspects of society. And how do we do this? We educate, empower, and educate the next generation of leaders of liberty. So now, we want to make sure that we have stories of leaders who are doing amazing things in their countries. SFL is an organization that sells success. So we are an organization that live by selling success. So if you are new Hello coordinator, you're someone outside of Student for Liberty, just take your cup of tea and enjoy. It's going to be a short session, but it's going to be an amazing one. Now, in the same way, allow me to welcome my panelists tonight. And first of all, I want to welcome Linda Wambui Karaoke, the National Coordinator at Student for Liberty, Kenya. Please, Linda, if you're there, say hi to us. People are excited to hear from you. Unmute. Okay, as Linda prepares, we have Taban from South Sudan, a senior local data from South Sudan. We'll be waiting for Linda to prepare herself. I think she has a network issue. Taban, can you say hi to our audience if you're there? Gerald, can you hear me? Is the problem from my end? Can Linda hear me and Taban?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
All right, thank you so much, Georgie. I'm very delighted to be here today. My name is Taban from South Sudan. I'm senior local coordinator in South Sudan. I joined Student for Liberty in 2020. I became a local coordinator in South Sudan. I'm very delighted to be here today, and I hope to share more with you today with the success story. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Taban. We can't wait to hear your success at Student for Liberty, and of course, make sure that young people or new people who have joined Student for Liberty, and even those who have been at Student for Liberty, but they're not achieving success, can be inspired by your story. Now, Linda Wambui Karaoke, who has the same name with our leader, Linda Kavuka. So Linda, you're welcome. Please say hi to our audience and we move. Linda, you are muted. Your mic is muted. Okay, if as we wait for Linda to work on herself, allow me invite Taban all the way from South Sudan, telling us telling us a little bit how has the journey in Student for Liberty been for you? That will be the first question, and I'm sure people are excited to hear that. When did you join Student for Liberty? What is your history about Student for Liberty? And how has the journey been for you so far? Taban. I think we're having a network issue, Gerard. I don't know. I can't hear Taban. I can't hear Linda.
Oh, so I don't. Okay, Taban, can you please go on because to use yours?
Yeah, you are getting me right.
Yes, please go on. Did you hear my question, Taban?
Yeah, I get your question.
Please go on.
Yeah, actually, I started Student for Liberty in 2019. In 2019, my photo account was created to join the Student for Liberty fully. But in 2020, I became fully a local coordinator, where I joined this huge network of Student for Liberty. From there, I work as a local coordinator, the only local coordinator in the country in South Sudan. From there on, I work hard, to make sure that I put other young people also to join the Student for Liberty. In 2021, I have a lot of programs that when I joined the Student for Liberty, there are things that I get and that promote me in different way. In 2020, I selected in African Future Leaders Fellowship. It is a fellowship that based in Ghana. We are selected 50 of us across Africa, and from there we participate there for 4 months. But we supposed to go to Ghana and participate there physically, but due to the COVID-19 in 2020, we are not able to go there, and then we did it virtually. On that fellowship, after the 4-month program, we were selected. We are divided into groups, where we are divided into 8 groups. It happened that in our group, we become a second runner, where we get some grants that were awarded to us by the program after the program hand. I think you are getting me now.
Yes, we are getting you.
All right. From there, we are given those amount because we are in different location. We did not manage to meet as a group after we become a second runner on that programs. Also, in 2020 also, I become I joined one of the success stories competitions that was organized by the Gong Junction platform. That platform was is based in UK, led by one called Steinman. That platform, we are also selected to participate there, where I become the first runner for competition. That competition is for a success story for change, because as the young person in South Sudan and also as a young person who was displaced, my story was selected as one of the best in that competition after on that program. Also in 2020, because Student for Liberty has opened a many way for me, I came to realize that, I can contribute more within the society that I'm living in. So I came up with the idea of mentorship program within the ITP camp, where I used to mentor the young people. In 2020, I found an organization called Youth Pro Space Initiative. Is a youth lead organization that empowers the young people within the ITP camp in South Sudan, where I managed to train more than 1,000 young people now in the ITP camp, the area that I'm living in. So here also in South Sudan, during the first time when I joined a Student for Liberty, I'm the only one in South Sudan. But as one person, you cannot do that as alone. I managed, to recruit other local coordinator within the country.
Taban, we can't hear you. As you work on your network, I believe Linda Wambui is ready. Please, Taban, work on your network. I'll get back to you. I can see a beautiful smile from Linda, and I'm sure we are so excited to hear from her, and she's as well excited. Linda, please say hi, and of course tell us your journey with Student for Liberty. How did you join Student for Liberty? What made you join Student for Liberty? And so far, how has the journey been for you? Linda, are you able to speak? Remember, we are live. We have many people watching us, and we're live on YouTube, and we have many people joining us here in Discord. So they are just eager and waiting to hear from you, your success, and inspire them.
Hi, can you confirm if you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Linda Wambui Kariuki. I'm very glad and very excited to be here. I'm the current National Coordinator of Students for Liberty Africa. I joined SFL in 2021, June 5th. That's when my certificate came out for joining SFL. So that is a certificate you get when you complete the local coordinator program. Now, it was on July 5th. If I'm not so wrong, July 5th, 2021. So ideally, when I was joining SFL, I was in my 4th year of studying. I was joining associate of that. Because I was a student leader back in campus as an undergraduate. Now the problem is I was the vice chair of a society in the chemistry department, and I was the only female. And you see, because of that, I don't want to judge the men here because they are very nice. I've worked with them in so many ways, but I used to find that I was always getting the backlash here now and then when working with my leaders. And you see the focal points, if you find me, I really talk so much about my religion, but I'm so sorry, Bob, if you've had enough of my stories, but now maybe someone is hearing this for the first time. I think I come from the minority, maybe religions that we have, and you see some people don't really understand what we advocate for or what our doctrines are. So you see, when I used to get at loggerheads with my leaders, the attacking point was my religion. So because of that, I felt like the world was not a kind place. And I remember when Charles was interviewing me, I was telling him myself, I want to create an avenue of kindness. I want to be kind to people. And I used to tell people that the world will be a better place if you will be kind. And true to the word, true to my words, if you joined yesterday's call, whereby Anna Subir was talking about the qualities of a leader, she said that opportunities meet you where you are. SFL was like home to me. Not once has anyone ever sidelined me or even judged me or even talked anything that hasn't been accommodating to me in SFL that has made me feel left out. When I joined SFL, my first year, I didn't do much. I only wrote a proposal about Pandora Papers. Pandora Paper, it was an expose that had happened whereby our then president in Kenya was, his family was involved in that scandal, whereby they had stashed some cash outside there. And I wrote like an article about it. I presented it to African Liberty, the blogging site in SFL, and it was never published. And then I got out of that. I became a speaker in a number of physical events, but I never made it to host a webinar because ideally my health wasn't the best. I was scheduled it for some surgery, and then that's just what happened. I got to fourth year. Now, when I got to fourth year, that was last year. Whereby it was my second year in SFL. Now you see, because I had missed out on a number of opportunities because of maybe my health, and I was still learning what SFL was. I remember I hosted 3 virtual events, and one of it was on assessing I was looking into the issue that was happening, whereby one of the vice chancellors in the campuses in Kenya was actually demoted because he didn't agree with what the government was saying. And I was calling that out. We also had a movie screening. And after having a movie screening, I also had another event. I can't recall what it was. If someone helps me remember, kindly let me remember what that event was. But it was quite a unique event. I can't remember what it was. Trust me, because SFL has done so much for me. And now when that happened, I applied to be the national coordinator now this fiscal year. And thanks, or rather the goodness of God, so it fits to me for me to be the national coordinator of Kenya. Now, last year also, when I joined SFL in 2021, that fiscal year is the same year. When I remember, when I got off from my surgery, I took like a week away, and then we happened to have like the top leaders retreat. That top leaders retreat was last year now for my second year in SFL. I think I've messed somewhere up there, but now I went to the top leaders retreat on my second year in SFL. Why I even went to that, I remember when we had the retreat, it was the same place where by the top leaders retreat had happened ideally. And I remember asking myself, wait, I could see the likes of Femi, Linda, and Mayo are leaving. And I was asking myself, does it mean that these people spent a whole week in this hotel? But here we are, only one day. I told myself, and I remember I didn't tell anyone, I told myself, in the next coming top leaders retreat, I must be there. And it happened that I went there. And you see, even we had like this game. It was those people who went with it. We were in the 2022 top leaders retreat. There was this game whereby we were saying the names of the people. I remember we had such a game during that retreat. And I remember I won. So I went with my first money. Hey, I didn't even have enough fare, funny enough. So that's the same day I got my fare. So SFL was so nice to me from the first day. And that is something that I really believe. Now, when in my third year in SFL, this when miracles started happening for me. If you remember last year, we had this issue of free market environmentalism. I don't know if it started last year or it's in the beginning of this year. This year, so many things have happened to me such that I'm losing track of time. So kindly bear with me with that. And I remember, since now I'm in my research work at my master's degree, I remember I pitched my idea that I was writing a research on, and I just wrote an email to Marcin and told me, hi Marcin, I have this idea. I wish that you reach out to me. I could have a session with you and discuss my idea with you, because I wasn't so sure how to write it down because I felt it was too much. And he gave me like an hour or so. And after that, I remember I just put it down. And funny enough, I didn't even have a team. Now, the first say when we were invited and we were supposed to have our mentors, that is when I started looking for people. Now, this isn't the very nice thing to talk about, but I'm just going to, I want to explain much about what I've learned from SFL. When we became national coordinators, we were taught to write an SAP and an RRE, thanks to Gerald. And now, when we also joined Green Liberty, so after having the meeting with Marcin, I pitched my idea, and lucky enough, my idea or my project is one of the projects in Green Liberty. I understand we are like the 22 of us, and I'm so blessed to be one of them. So when that happened, I was so stressed because remember I was having my research work, and for those of us in the postgraduate program, it's very different from undergraduate because you see in undergraduate you expected after you're done with your first year you have to go to your second year and the list go on. That doesn't happen. Once you're done with your coursework, how much you have in your pocket, because you need like more than $500,000, that is Kenyan shillings, to have your research done. Based on how much you have in your pocket is what determines if you're going to carry on with your research. Now, I didn't have that money. I didn't even have my school fees because I spent all my savings, because after my undergraduate, I was left to fend for myself. That is how life happens in African families, so you shouldn't be scared about that. So now, when that happened, SFL became like my fallback plan. You people, what we do, we do much of...
Sorry, Linda, for interrupting a bit, but your success is really amazing, and I really don't want to stop. That's why I even forgot that the time is going. But still, I need to invite other people because your success really, it's just becoming sweeter and sweeter, because who can do such a thing in 2 years? You joined Student for Liberty in 2021, and here we are 2023. One, you're a national coordinator for Student for Liberty Kenya. Two, I was with you when you are still a local coordinator at Top Leaders Retreat in Nairobi, Kenya. Who does those things? Most of the people who are raising up to levels like Gerald, they have been in Student for Liberty for years. And in 2 years, you guys who are following can imagine. So we are selling real-time success. So you can imagine, as East Africa, we're indeed proud of you. So shout out to Team East Africa. And if there are people from Nairobi, Kenya, please, in the chat box, shout out to Linda, as I will be coming back to Linda, but I'm sure we may not complete everything in this session. Now, let's get to Nelson Wisili. I don't know if Nelson, you are on the call. Are you on the call, Nelson? Or we move?
Okay, George. Nelson cannot join us now. He's flying to USA. You know, Nelson has secured an internship at Cato Institute, so he's flying now, so he'll not be able to join us. Apologize. So maybe we can proceed with Taban, and yeah.
Okay.
But Nelson, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So Nelson is one of the people who won the award. He inspires all of us at the African Student for Liberty. And now you guys who are foreign can imagine, he's not in the country in Tanzania today. He has moved. He's currently regional coordinator, but I know we will get him. He's a busy man when it comes to success, but it's because of the success he's doing in his country. And that's why he is moving countries and connecting to more opportunities. Now, Taban, are you still there? I want to get to Taban. Are you there? You confirm?
I'm getting you.
Your video, please, because we are live. Taban won an award recently. He won an award as the most promising law coordinator. What does it take to be the most promising law coordinator? How did you even make it to that position? You guys who are following, I'm telling you, we are selling success. So we are bringing honorary law coordinators who are doing amazing things in East Africa. So Taban, can you tell us more? How consistent did you do this? Things are not easy on the ground. How did you become the most promising law coordinator? And also, you share with us how Student for Liberty gave you these opportunities to travel to Belfast, get these amazing prestigious awards. Please, can you help us connect to that?
Yes, actually, Student for Liberty has shown me many opportunities. Actually, as I told you before, you are getting me enough, right? Are you getting me, Georgie?
Yes, you are audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. You can proceed. Yes, Taban, you can proceed. You can proceed. We can hear you now.
Okay. Student for Liberty has shown me in many ways. Once, when I joined Student for Liberty in 2020, my federal account was not created enough, to work as a local coordinator. But in 2021, my federal account was created and I became a local coordinator in South Sudan. From there, I work as the only local coordinator in the country, where I manage, to recruit the others local coordinators. You are getting me, right?
Yes, yes, we're getting you.
All right. So from there, I managed to, to bring other local coordinators within the country. At the first year, I only recruit 5 of them. 4 of them, left, and one of them is Queer Michael, who is now a local coordinator in South Sudan and is doing an amazing job within the country. From there, I did a lot of things. Once in 2020, I was selected to participate in African Future Leaders Fellowship. It's a fellowship in Ghana, but due to COVID-19, we did not manage to go there and participate, but we did it virtually. 50 of us were selected and trained with it with 4-month period. And then we are divided into groups, and our group becomes a soccer runner. And as a team leader, I did it myself and together with my team. And also in 2021, I also went for competition for change, where I also become a first runner in Gong Junction platform. Is a platform that based in UK. I become, my story was one of the successful story on that program, and I was awarded as a first runner. I also, in 2021, I fully realized that, I can achieve more and also make an impact within the community that I'm living in, whereby I found an organization called Youth Pro Space Initiative. Is a youth lead organization that empowers the young people in South Sudan. Also, within that program, I also bring a lot of young people that I train them. Also, this year, I'm lucky enough, I joined African Top Leader Retreat in Dar es Salaam, where I also become a most promising local coordinator and young leader of the year. That was very excited and a big achievement. When I came back to my country, I have a lot of, congratulations, a lot of, many people, congratulate me, for achieving that. Not only that, recently, I also participate in One Young World program. One Young World is a platform that brings the most bright young leaders from different parts of the globe, and to come together and participate in UK this month. And I managed to go there, and participate myself, and also engage with the other young people from different parts of the world. Within that program is a nice experience, for me. And not only that, there are a lot of opportunities that I can share with you due to the time, but I can give others people a chance, to ask questions and also share their experience. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Just a follow-up. Are all these opportunities connected to you being in Student for Liberty? Are they inspired by you being in Student for Liberty?
Yeah, actually, Student for Liberty contribute a lot, because the work that I'm doing connected to Student for Liberty, they are giving me more opportunities, because this now world is globalized. When you want to apply, when you want an opportunity, they give you application, you apply, and then within that competition, let's say, for example, within One Young World program, is a huge program that brings the most brightest young leaders from different parts of the continent. And for you to join that program, you need to have evidence. You need to show up. You need to show the work that you are doing within the ground. How many people are you engaging? Which work are you doing? So all those things contribute to student productivity, because most of the events that I did in South Sudan, connecting them to my funding organization, they all contribute, for me to participate in that summit that was held this month in UK.
Okay, thank you very much. Then the last one was about, I don't know if you answered it well, about you becoming the most promising coordinator. Just briefly, I want to move to Linda because people are in the chat box, they want to, to shoot me. They need Linda, they need the time I was supposed to give Nelson so that I can add it to Linda. Just there's someone who asked, I think I can answer this one in the question and answers section, but guys, keep the questions coming. We are going to have a question and answer session, but there's someone who asked about our vision and mission. Our vision is a global network of leaders advancing liberty in all aspects of society. In our mission is to develop, educate, and empower the next generation of leaders of liberty. Now, Taban, just a quick one as we move to Linda. That one that I asked you about, the most promising LOC, Institute for Liberty.
Yeah, it's a most promising leader or local coordinator is always given to the young person who actually doing exceptional job within his country. So in South Sudan, I managed, to recruit 15 local coordinators within the country.
Wow.
I think that one also contribute much because for the first time, I'm the only local coordinator in the country. But now I managed to bring about 15 local coordinators who are now working as a local coordinator together with me. And I think is also one of the contribution that given me my chance, to win that award. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. I have a question to Tab, and I want to understand. Are you still a student?
Yeah, I'm now a third-year student at University of Duke.
Oh, good. So yeah. How can you manage, or how can you balance being a student and doing other stuff for SFL? And we have seen that you have gained other opportunities that now requires your time and the energy. How can you manage this, and how do you advise other local coordinators and everyone who is in this call, how they can also be like you or be more like you by managing themselves and everything around them?
Yeah, actually, for the first place, when I joined Student for Liberty, there is a good question they asked me about. Like, how many hours did you see yourself you need to take when you are working with a Student for Liberty? I myself, I said that I will work together with Student for Liberty. Let's say in a week, I will take let's say 3 hours a week, Student for Liberty, if you go into policy of it, it's not taking much of your time. But as a local coordinator, you need to take time. When you get a little chance that you are free, you did the Student for Liberty work. And, if you are busy and then you leave a little bit yourself, and then you reserve yourself. When you get a chance, when you are free, you did a Student for Liberty program. This is what I'm doing all the time. When I'm free, I make sure that I also did a Student for Liberty work. Did I answer you well?
Yes, over to you, George.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Taban, for sharing with us that, and thank you, Jelly, for you can always come in when you have that follow-up question. It's okay. As a regional coordinator, and allow me go to Linda. But before going to Linda, there's something I'm seeing here. I don't know if you can see our screen. We are live on YouTube, African Justice Media, and so people are already following us and they are watching, they are commenting on YouTube. So those of you who think can enjoy this amazing discussion, you can go and search African Justice Media. We are live, and later on you can even keep watching the discussion. Now, allow me go to Linda. Linda, there are lots of opportunities. As I told you, you may not share everything in just one call. Now, when I read about your bio and everything you've done in Student for Liberty, let me read for you one. Now, there's when they advertise the Liberty Lab, and you know, most people didn't take it serious, and there are lots of opportunities in Student for Liberty. Can you update us and tell us more about you becoming the African Liberty Fellow? That's why I'm wearing this, because I knew that I'm going to interview and talk to a fellow, so that's why I'm wearing this. I want you to tell us, how can people be part of this? How did you become the African Liberty Writing Fellow? And also tell us about the African Liberty Lab. I heard there is some money. Is it $20,000 or 50,000? So people must be excited. I know they want to hear about this. Please tell us more about this.
Okay, thank you so much, George. I'm going to start off with the African Liberty. As I said, my major is chemistry, so I'm a chemistry major. And you see, the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and medicine. Yeah, they are not taken. They're taken as quite serious courses. But you'll be amazed that the doctors in SFL are doing so well in writing. So I have these, and when I expressed my interest in writing, Charles was a national coordinator then. He assigned me someone known as Nicholas and Derinto. So he's a doctor from Nigeria. I know like a number of you know him. And what struck me was that he was the best writer and he was a doctor. Now I like writing because you remember I wanted to change the world to a kinder place through my writing. So I used to write so much, and especially when now I enrolled for MSc, that is my postgrad. You see, life wasn't very easy at all. So I used to write myself so many poems, telling myself how everything is going to be okay and everything is going to work out and everything is going to be good. So how I became an African Liberty, I knew that this program was very competitive. Remember, in the top leaders retreat, we were told to pitch our ideas. And if you people remember what I said, the elevator pitch, I said that one of the good things that I've had in SFL is that I've had people who have been like budding writers, but they have through SFL, they have been empowered to become like international writers. I mentioned something of that sort. And I remember me going to Linda Kavuka, telling her, me, I want to be part of that. And she was like, only the best candidates are picked. And I was like, wait, even those candidates are people like myself. So if they got a chance to the African Liberty, why not me? So I became a best friend to Ogochukwu. And you remember during my movie screening, Eric Mobu was one of the panelists, and he's the regional coordinator of West Africa. So through him, I managed to get to Ogo. Ogo is the former now communication intern at African Liberty. So I became so tactical with what I was doing. I knew that one mistake, I'm outside. So I was so tactical. When the opening was on, I remember Sandy Johnson sharing it with me. I went and clicked on that, and then I passed through all the questions. And then I learned that you need to publish. I made it a duty every week. I had to publish an article, and I used to get someone to look at it on my behalf. And then after that, I also made this thing my duty. Since that form is quite long, I was having exams back then, and it was quite. It was, I think, my coursework, my final coursework examination. So they were very tough, actually. So what I did, I used to be very tactical. I used to get at least 1 hour. I went to the drawing board. I budgeted my hours, my number of hours. I found that I actually do have like 1 hour left every single day. So that 1 hour, I used to sit down with someone, I'm not going to mention names here, who have been in African Liberty before. So what I used to do with that, because in the African, during in February, we had like the regional conference. If you remember, the people that mentioned that were African libertarians, when they wanted to left, I went out with them. So we exchanged contact. So with that, they helped me to fill out the answers to those questions, and also tactical. I used to ensure, even when answering my name, I used to pass it through Grammarly. I don't know how, if you know like what Grammarly is, because I didn't want to leave anything to chance. And you see, God is very gracious. I found myself in the African Liberty. Now let's get to the Green Liberty Labs. In the Green Liberty Labs, as I said, Martin said that if you are an individual and if you are maybe a group of people with a project, you people need to come up. Now, when I saw it, I didn't think much of it until I viewed Robbie Malama's I hope that is the right way to pronounce his name. I viewed his status and he had really overhyped it. And I was like, let me try it out. So I wasn't so sure where to start. So I was like, if I don't know where to start, why not call Marcin? So I wrote an email to him and I told him that I'm not really understanding how to go about this. Can you help me know if you have time? So he sent me the Green Liberty Lab Guide. So with the Green Liberty Lab Guide, I went through it. And then I asked for like 1 hour session with him. He was so gracious. He did that. All the questions that I had, I asked them. And when I asked the questions, he gave me the answers to the questions. Now, with the answers, that was like a leeway. He even offered me the link because the deadline wasn't over. So now, just as I did in African Liberty, remember I didn't have time. So I settled like every day, I wrote down my project proposal as afresh, and then I went to a supervisor and told him to look at it for me. And then now, from my project proposal, I used to borrow now whatever was asked on the Google form, that is what I used to transfer. So it was quite easy. And some other opportunity I might talk about. There was this email that Dixon sent on Bitcoin, or it was something to do with cryptocurrency. I don't know how many of you applied, but I don't know if my colleague is so happy if I mention by his name, but we have Barakana. If he's in this call, I think Barakana and I will be founding the Bitcoin academies in our different countries. So I've gotten like 3 opportunities in a span of less than 6 months. When the Keto Institute opportunity came, I just went and looked there because I've become like quite fearful. Okay, I have a lot that is happening in my life, and I was even afraid that I might apply and qualify and be sure I don't have time. So SFL is such a nice place. It's a pool of opportunities. And just before you cut me short, I've come to realize that all the programs in SFL run for 1 year. But I don't know if this is true, but I wish each and every one of us should question that. It's because you see, in SFL, they believe in actually developing everyone. So each year that you're given, you should make the most out of it, because next year you have an opportunity to become the next best and big thing. So in SFL, what I've learned is that titles are very temporary, and one thing that you should even prioritize is that you need to ensure that whatever chance and opportunity you have, please make the most out of it. It is only getting better, because now I believe like next year, if Nelson is flying out to the US, courtesy of Keto, why not me? Next year I'll be the one flying, and ensure George invite me to give my testimony. And the other good things that are happening, I always make fun of I always make fun in Swahili and say that if good things are going to pass, that means that if good things are okay, passing through where I am, then they should pass through me first before getting to the other. It doesn't mean that I'm any special, but God is just faithful. That is what I would say. Thank you, George.
Thank you very much, Linda. One thing I've understood is that we have to take up each and every opportunity. Most time we see our emails and we'll be like, I'll apply tomorrow, procrastinate. But imagine someone is winning in each and every sector and they have few years. Taban is 3 years, for you are 2 years in Student for Liberty, but I know coordinators who have been there for years. Now, I see time is against us. We are supposed to end this by 6 and we have 9 minutes to end this discussion. 1, we have question and answer. 2, we have Jelite, regional coordinator. Of course, you should update us about the updates, announcements East Africa region. This is the entire revolution. We are revolutionizing how things are being done in Street for Liberty. Now, I can't wait to hear from you, Gerard, sharing with us how we are revolutionizing how things and impact we are doing in our communities. Welcome, Gerard.
Okay, thank you so much.
Just a moment, those with questions, type them. After Gerard, we are coming for questions and answers.
Okay, thank you so much, George. I think mine is just brief to share the updates for our region, East Africa. And I want to mention where the program that are coming right now on the way. There is this Swahili debate that is coming after 1 month. So get prepared. We are having the Swahili debate that will include all of 6 countries across East Africa. So for those who will get a chance to participate, they know, or they get something that's good. Linda and the other coordinators, they know what always happened there. But another one is we are having the retreat. It is going to be the online retreat that all local coordinators across East Africa, they must attend the retreat, and other details will be shared by me starting next week. For other people who are not part of SFL, we also welcome you. And I have seen the question how they can join us. We are having the WhatsApp group, and George will share the details how you can join us. So I think for mine, George, okay. So I wanted to forget about the African Liberty that is coming in Kenya next year on March. So always the top performers in each country are selected to attend this conference. So please be active and do what you're supposed to do in SFL, and read our emails, please. So for now, George, over to you because of time. This is all I can share for now. Thank you so much, George.
Thank you very much, our regional coordinator. Now, you guys have heard that there are many upcoming opportunities. There is the Africa, the Street for Liberty conference in Nairobi. That is travel. Those of you who are excited about travel, do the needful, be active, host events, report events. We are always available as senior leaders. We are always available for help and support. Gerard is here available. He's a very hardworking man, and he always responds on time. So allow me to go to the question in answer sessions. If there's anyone who has a question, Gerard, you can as well help share, check the questions if they are there.
Okay. Thank you so much. There is this question from there is this question. He's saying, thanks for motivation. Actually, I'm benefiting from your stories. How can we get positioned in the forum like WhatsApp and so forth? So if you want to join us, we always open the local coordinator recruitment program each year on May. So for you to get the updates, you can follow us on our Instagram page, the Eastern Africa SFL or African SFL, or you can also check the number on the inbox there. I have shared the WhatsApp number. You can inbox me direct, and then I will add you in our WhatsApp group, or the friend of Liberty WhatsApp group. So I have also shared my email there. You can also back to me after this meeting so that we can see how we can include you in our WhatsApp groups. But George, there is another question from Omara, Daniel Omara. How can I do to be the best local coordinator in the region? What exactly can I do? Maybe can you hear from the speakers, or if you George, you are mute, unmute,
Okay.
please. Yeah.
Linda, if you can be brief, because we have no time and have many questions.
Yeah, in 1 minute, please.
Yeah, thank you. I think what you can do to be the best, just shine your best. Imagine what ideas that you have, they are as unique as they can get. Do not try to do what others are doing, but if you have any idea, try and actualize it and put the best foot forward. Trust me, you're going to be the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Omara, but to be the best in SFL is very easy, as Tabat has shared. You just need to use your free time, or your free time for SFL activities. And number one is to host SFL events, either online events or physical events, and make sure you report the event so that you can get your gamification points. remember, when you are getting the gamification points, you're going to be on the top of our leaderboard. So when you want to get someone into the opportunity, we always go to the leaderboard and see who is performing well. And we always go back to the national coordinators and the regional coordinators to ask them to give us the details, who's performing well in their nations or in their regions. And another thing, you also need to speak to other people events. If there is any event coming, you can ask someone to give you a slot to be a speaker. That's another one. And also you can attend other people events like this one that we have attended now, because all these events and activities that you are doing in SFL, they are giving you points, or they're giving you a gamification, which are going to make you or to put you on the top of the SFL. And when an opportunity comes, then you are good to go. But not only that, you need to upskill yourself. Make sure you are learning more and more. You educate yourself to get the good skills that are required, or the necessary skills that can give you more opportunity when it comes to the opportunity, when they arise, I mean. So make sure to upskill yourself and do what you're supposed to do in SFL. But also, I think Daniel O'Mara is the new coordinator in SFL, and he's doing a good job because he has already hosted one event, and the next event is coming, I think, next month. So thank you so much for asking this, Daniel, on behalf of other coordinators and everyone who is here. Over to you, George.
Thank you very much, Gerald, and I'm sure that many of you have stories, but just be sure that we are going to reach out to you. Or if you think you have a story that we are not seeing, a success story, please, I've shared my email in the chat box. Just share with me your success story, and Gerald, you can share to Gerald, our regional coordinator, or share to me. We see how we can move on with your success story. Last time when I was in the WhatsApp group for East Africa, I saw one of our coordinators in East Africa in Tanzania winning an award. So I know, Gerald, we can consider having that Gerald Impuza, our national coordinator of Tanzania, and I know he's going to share with us. So we are basically bringing stories of leaders in Student for Liberty that actually getting success through Student for Liberty. I see we have 2 minutes to go, and I'm going to give it to anyone who has, I'm going to give it to our panelists to give the parting shots.
Sorry, George, we have 2 questions there. Maybe you can clear those 2 questions. Then
we still have questions. Which one?
Yes, from Juan. He's asking like, he's from South Sudan, and he wants to know how we can get opportunities outside the SFL. So I think Taban has already shared, when you come to SFL, there is a job to do. You do not just come to SFL and wait for the opportunities. You need to do the good job. You need to network with other leaders across Africa, because SFL has more than 40 countries in Africa. So you need to network with them, and through those leaders, they always share opportunities. If you also attend events like this, you can connect with the people who are the potential in your future. So the best thing is for you to do the good job. Make sure your job is visible. Everyone see what you're doing, so that you can attract more opportunities, Juan. So I think there is another, I'm not sure if there is another question here. I think over to you, George, if you can also add how Juan can get opportunities outside the SFL. So the good thing is that you can use SFL as your experience part, or in your CV, and also you can get the recommendation and the reference from SFL whenever you need it. So over to you, George, if you have something to add.
Yeah, there are so many opportunities out there. So many, you can't even finish them. But if you use Student for Liberty, you are going to win these opportunities. So you can always reach out to me or Gerard. Even right now after this call, I can share with you like 100 opportunities that you can apply for using Student for Liberty, and you win. They are going on the COP27. Like, there are so many sessions depending on your passion. Is your passion in media? Is your passion in climate change? Is your passion in sustainable development? You need to find a niche. You need to find a point of focus. But I want 1 minute, or actually we have reached 6. We are time mindful. As we told you, Student for Liberty is one of the most professional organizations, and that's why we mind about time as a resource. So Linda, you know we don't have time, your parting shots, and then Taban, your parting shots, we close the conversation.
Okay, thank you. Mine might not be so much libertarian oriented, but it's something I've learned over the years that God has given me to live. The person who developed MacBook, I don't want to mention his name because I feel that I'm not so sure at the moment. He said that all of us in this call, we only have one thing that we are assured of, which is death. So none of us knows that if they live to see tomorrow. So if we only have today, then why not live the most? Why not make the most out of it? I think that is the only thing that should guide you. Because of that, if you know that you can die any time from now, trust me, you wouldn't even fear anything or anyone. So that's my take. You just go and just start. Do not fear to fail. What you fear to start because you think you can fail. Trust me, you could actually manage. And if you manage, that is just success. So thank you, and I wish each and every one of us all the best. Bye, and thank you for having me.
Taban. Are you there? Your parting shots, we move. You are muted. You are muted.
Okay. What I want to add is only few. As a young person, you know, especially in Africa, we limit ourselves based on our problem. As a young person, you don't wait. You need to take the lead by yourself. You know, Student for Liberty is a huge network, and you need to connect. When you get the opportunity, you share with other young people, so that all of us can, you know, can benefit from this program. As young people, you need to take the lead from now. Don't wait for others. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much for being brief. And so those who have questions and everything, I've shared my email. Jared has shared his email. You can reach out to Linda Kavuka's to Linda. You know, I mistake you for Kavuka. You are Linda Wambuya, and you want to be like Linda Kavuka. You can reach out to Linda Taban, and also, as I told you, we are live on African Justice Media, so you can go and type. You recommend the speakers you want to hear about in the next sessions are going to happen on a monthly basis, and we will be live. So right now you can go back and watch the session, watch the success of these leaders, because the video is already there. And this brings us to the end of the discussion. You have been the best panelists, and to you, our audience, you've been the best and interactive panelists. Thank you very much, and have a good evening. Thank you, Jaylan. Thank you, everyone who has made sure this is possible. Our national coordinators in East Africa, local coordinators, and everyone who has contributed to the success of this in East Africa. Thank you, and bye-bye.
No, you said, and Bridget is money. I just want to bring on.
I wanted about you. You got my point.
Sure.